We are back, and another one of my favorite segments is Web Success Agency, just because I really do find your blogs interesting.
Well, good. That means maybe they do too.
I hope they do. Check out the website. It's something that we don't really talk about that much, but,
Sure.
but your website. So
Yeah, just websuccessagency.com. And ironically, success is one of the top words that people don't successfully spell. So it's S-U-C-C-E-S-S
Nice.
is how that word is spelled. So.
And this week we are going to dive into YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube is one of my favorite things in the world.
Cat videos?
I'm
Grumpy
allergic
cat?
to cats, so I'm really I'm nervous about the allergies coming through the screen.
Sure.
So I don't watch a lot of cat videos. I know that doesn't make Jessica happy.
No,
probably she's
no, it
big
doesn't.
into cats.
Today's YouTube video for me was Family Feud because they're in Indianapolis.
Yeah, I saw that because one of my friends said their family, one of my friend's friends, their family is auditioning. So
Yeah.
I didn't know if they got it, but they're from Kokomo. So
I
that would be
don't
cool.
think that they've picked yet, according to some of the people that I know as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've actually said you've made the show.
That'd be cool.
But I've seen pictures, I've seen them, talked to them, and it was a blast.
That's crazy. That's still happening. That Family Feud thing.
We were just talking about that off camera.
They've had like 15 hosts.
I know. And they're still funny. If you go back and again, there's so
Yeah.
many clips. It's hilarious.
It is the word association stuff that does get funny.
Do you know what else is amazing?
What else is amazing?
The statistics that you put in the blog this week
Yeah,
for YouTube.
crazy amount of stats.
My favorite one
Yeah.
was the one against the 3 U.S. networks.
Yeah.
Comedy videos.
Well, yeah,
For over 60 years.
You know, more hours of video content gets put on YouTube than a day than any other network or any kind of content has been on TV for 60 years.
And the cool thing is, you said 1 hour of video goes up every 60 seconds.
Yeah,
Can you even believe that?
it's pretty insane.
Now, all of that can't be good content, and that's
No, of
kind
course
of
not.
what you were alluding to.
Of course not, but
you were
it's
giving
just
that background.
it just shows the power and how many people are using this YouTube thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not only for cat videos, even though there are hundreds of thousands of them on
or
there.
Family Feud,
or Family Feud, but you know, it's
or mine.
yeah, you know, so it can be an awesome, interactive, new media way of marketing your business, which I really get excited about.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because in truth, you know, you talk about the social networks, but all of your media needs to work hand in hand so that you're not stepping on yourself trying to get your message out there and you're not flooding people with the wrong idea about your business.
Yeah, you know, and like YouTube, like anything else, is just another way of now. What I mean by getting on YouTube, I don't necessarily mean whatever you're putting on your TV ad. Oh, just go put that on your YouTube channel. That's not what I'm saying.
Sure.
Because YouTube, just like we discussed with Facebook and Twitter, they're two different completely things. TV ads and YouTube ads are the exact same way. It's been really interesting to see because YouTube has added in what they call pre-rolls. And basically, if the YouTube channel has chosen to monetize their videos, then they'll start putting ads before and after their videos. But these pre-rolls, it's been interesting to see people adapt their videos, their video advertisements, to make it work with the pre-rolls because they have that skip ad,
Right.
You know, and usually that happens within the first 5 seconds. So Toyota probably has been my favorite pre-roll ad I've seen. Toyota starts their commercial with like, all right, we know you're going to have the opportunity to skip this ad in 5 seconds, but let's just hang out. Let's talk.
Sure.
You know, so like they're adapting to what this, what YouTube is putting out there. They know if anybody has a chance to skip an ad, they're going to do it. So they addressed it right from the beginning. It was like, hey, we know you're probably going to skip this in 5 seconds, so we're going to talk really fast and get everything in.
Please pay
you know, so and then YouTube or Toyota is just really funny in general when it comes to their advertising.
Now, have you seen the ads that actually come during the middle
Yes.
of a video?
If a video is long enough,
Right.
like I think it's over 15. If it's over 15 minutes, and once again that the user has given YouTube permission to do that type of ad, they'll do one kind of like a little commercial break.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty incredible. They're turning it into
As an ad guy, we think it's incredible.
Yeah,
you know, as
I'm
a
sure.
YouTube user, when it first came out, I don't hear a lot of complaining about it anymore. But when it first came out, everybody's like, "Why do I have to watch an advertisement before a YouTube video?" Because YouTube was alive for 3-4 years, 0 ads on it, which was amazing to me because it's Google. You know, Google owns YouTube. If you didn't know that, and they didn't from the get-go, but Google probably is the one that came in and messed it up and started putting ads on it. But yeah, they had 0 ads for a long amount of time. So when the pre-roll ads came in, the internet came in hordes of people that were just
sure
angry as could be.
And I think you may be right. I may take a little more appreciation to the ads just because I am in that field.
Oh, I'm the same way.
I'm in the media. I'm interested in what they do and how they do it and how they sneak that stuff. This, everybody talks about subliminal merchandising.
Sure.
And I think that that's a little bit of part of it. You see that Pepsi can or that Coke can every once in a while, Main Street Cafe. But I think it works. But the big thing that you're talking about, and that kind of leads me to point one, is be consistent.
Yeah. And YouTube, like a lot of other social media platforms, has set you up for success already. They have inserted this thing into the code of YouTube called the subscribe option. So basically, someone can subscribe to your channel. It's kind of like subscribing to an email newsletter, but it's the video form. So if you subscribe to, let's say, Kokomo For You on YouTube, if you subscribe to them on YouTube, every time you log in, all of their videos that are new, maybe that you haven't seen yet, are going to pop up right on your homepage. So you're not going to miss any of their content, which is cool, because if you really like the content somebody's putting out and you don't want to miss any of it, you have that option to subscribe, and that you won't miss anything. But as the company and the content creator behind that subscribed channel, it's really important to stay consistent because let's say you kick off your YouTube channel, you're knocking out a video a day, something like that. And like you're putting a lot of thought into it, you're knocking out a video a day. Somebody subscribed to your channel, that's what they're going to expect. They're like, oh, I subscribed to this channel because I like the content, and it's every day. I get something new. It's kind of like a TV show that happens every day. So that's what they're going to expect. So you got to stay consistent with that. Now, I'm not saying you have to do something every day. Maybe it's once a week. Maybe it's once a month. I mean, whatever it is. But stay consistent, and make sure the expectations of whoever's watching your videos, they're going to be met. So yeah, that's the first point. And it's kind of a lot of these points you can go with every social media platform. Sure. But it's more specific to YouTube. Just make sure your videos are being consistent.
And you can absolutely use your other media to actually point to that video. Hey guys, don't forget Tuesday is the day that your newest video comes out. Do you want to learn how to do web success? Stop by and watch the video.
2 C's, 2 S's. Yeah, so exactly. I mean, Facebook has set up a great way with their thumbnails when you put a link in to like a Facebook status. YouTube video pops up beautifully right there. You could actually watch the video within Facebook. So definitely, post those onto different social media platforms.
And the other thing that, you can't stress enough, I in my opinion, is reply. Make sure you're comfortable, you're engaging, make sure you're excited about your business so that your customer feels that as well.
Exactly. And YouTube is kind of getting to be known as where trolls live on the internet. It's just, if you actually ever read through YouTube comments of say really like the Godman style video, let's say that one, like you read through those comments and there are some just terrible people out there. But, if you keep your audience who you want it to be, direct your content towards who you want, the people to be seeing it, you should be fine with that. But, like I always say, it's really important, just like on Facebook, just on your blog, all that type of stuff, turn that comment section into a chat room. Reply back to people, if everything they say, I don't care if they say, great video, just say thanks. Start that conversation, start building that relationship with them. And if it's a negative thing, still reply back to it. Say, sorry, we'll work on that on next week's video, or something like that. And it would be really cool if there is a negative thing and you say, we'll work on that with next week's video, and then next week's video comes around and you actually mention that person's name saying, hey, we're going to do this differently because, so social media or YouTube is just a great opportunity to engage with your audience and just build a huge relationship with them on a bigger platform. Because I think mentioning someone's name, a user on YouTube in a video, would be a lot bigger impact than maybe tweeting at them.
Really?
In my opinion.
Sure.
It would be bigger to me if Sprite, random company, made a YouTube video and mentioned, and this comment is from Drew Larison out in Indiana. Sure. Rather than them just tweeting, hey Drew, because it's a YouTube video. There's millions of people who see this. Yeah.
A reputable company.
Exactly. Yeah.
But when I was reading it, and I'm glad you brought up Gangnam Style because it's a really good video to kind of talk about. There were some, and I will say this nicely, nasty comments.
Oh, yeah.
Nasty. Do you ever think that it's a good idea to delete comments?
Well, it's my same, thought towards every social media platform. Try to make something out of it first. And what that is going to do is the people around you, the other people that maybe didn't leave that comment but saw that comment, say something back to it. Be honest, be real with them. Be like, why did you say that? Say that type of thing. But if they just keep coming back and their goal isn't to be nice, I guess, so to speak, then it's okay to delete that comment. But, at least try to make something happen.
Sure. Because honestly, being in the news field and the news industry, I see it all the time. The Tribune gets it as well, where, there may be a story that we think is really terrible. And, we really hate to report it, but obviously as a news media, you have to.
Yeah.
But then you will have those people, just everyday John Smiths, come up and make a comment that just seems so off the wall, and then it just sprouts these other huge conversations.
It's what you guys, on your Facebook page the other day, I think you guys posted about the new City Hall, and there were some people that really were getting, and I was on that comment thread. I'm like, are you serious about this? The building hasn't been updated in 30 years, and you're upset that we're putting some money into it to make it look cool? How can you be upset about that? So...
I think the biggest thing, though, was tax dollars. They were worried that...
Well, of course.
In the way times are, but they were just...
Call me crazy, but I'm okay with that. My tax dollars going into bettering something about this city. But that's a different point.
That's the type of thing that I'm talking about. So my question still is, how do you handle that?
Well, with you guys, it's interesting because I had a wife in the news industry.
You did?
I did. Her name's Erin.
Some of you may know her.
Yeah. But, so she's taught me a lot about the news industry because I'm interested in it because it's something I don't know a lot about, but she's taught me some things. And with you guys, it's interesting because you've got to stay a neutral position, So but I would still say try to comment back to these people, try to continue the conversation. And there's different strategy you can do. Maybe say something that's gonna make them comment back to somebody else, and try to make the conversation not be around you, but make the people. But either way, that comment section is being turned into a chat room.
Absolutely.
Which is the whole point, is to keep bringing people back to your content. Back to your content for many, many different comments to keep them coming back and seeing your stuff.
Which is point number 3.
What was that, Chad?
Create great content!
Create great stuff. And that's everything. You're probably getting sick of me saying it, but
no, absolutely not.
Really true. If you're putting something out there on the internet, especially video, because let's be honest, video is a lot tougher to do than maybe a graphic or maybe just a Facebook status or even a tweet picture or a picture, anything like that. It's tougher. It takes time, not only to film it, but to plan it out, to storyboard it, to to actually do it, to film it, and then to edit it, and then to upload it. Like people don't realize there's a process with video.
It's not just flipping your phone.
Exactly. Done. Which these days it could be if you're just filming some simple like iPhone videos. Yes. But it's a difficult thing to do. But you still need to make sure you're doing it well. You still need to make sure that every video that you're putting out there is something that you would share if you were on the other side of the table. Because it's ironic because normally when I bring make great content, normally when I bring that up, I say. Nobody shares mediocre YouTube videos. So now we're actually talking about YouTube. But it's true. No one will share a YouTube video that isn't entertaining, that, isn't really well made, really well edited. No one's going to do that. So make sure every video you put out, and don't think, because I said weekly, don't think, oh, the video's not how I want it to be. We can't upload it yet.
Sure.
I would rather you be a day late with your weekly than it not be perfect in what you want it to be. Yeah.
Say, okay,
exactly.
Trouble in editing.
Sure, yeah. But I would rather that happen than you put out mediocre content because if you ask me, then that's not worth it at all. So.
And you definitely want those shares. You definitely want, even from my own videos, it is nice to see those numbers, and you can never tell what people are going to go after. Just like the photo. You never know. You can never second guess people, what they find entertaining or worth commenting about, even when it comes to these videos as well.
Well, I'm following a strip club story today. So
and guns.
This week's video of mine is probably going to be real low videos because the one on top of it on YouTube is going to say guns and strip clubs. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I'm done. I'm done today. And cats. Just throw that in there.
Yeah.
You'll viral instantly.
Kittens and kids.
Instant
kids.
viral. There you go.
It's amazing. Again, thank you for coming in, because honestly, when I did read, especially point number 2, that was a great question that instantly popped into my mind is, do you delete them? Or how do you handle those nasty comments?
Yeah.
So
don't be nasty back.
Absolutely not. You can't.
Don't stoop
to their
level. No.
Again, thank you for coming in.
No problem, guys.
Another great segment, Web Success Agency with Mr. Drew Larison. We'll be right back.
See ya.